All right. We live. Hey,
Yay.
YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
Welcome to the Love Healing Room. I'm your host, Joe Cooper, and I'm joined by my beautiful co host.
Oma.
Bayla Darla.
Yay! Okay, welcome to the Love Healing Room on a Super Love Sunday. We had an awesome show as always. This week, we're talking about this is just the beginning. That's the theme, that's the focus of the conversation because every moment is the beginning. Every moment you get to choose to start over. So, especially today and the time that we're living in right now with COVID 19, now we're experiencing even more unrest because of another injustice against an unarmed black man. So let's talk about that. What's the new beginning? How do we peacefully and intelligently and from a place of love express that the new beginning is it's not acceptable for you to continue to come from a place of inequality, disrespect, disregard for human life just because the color of someone's skin is different. That that just how is that from a human moral perspective okay? It's not, in my opinion. That's Joe Cooper's opinion in the Love Healing Room. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about new beginnings. We're going to talk about the idea that the new normal is that we have to remain 6 feet apart, that we can't hug each other, that we can't shake hands anymore, no more large gatherings. Are we really going to allow that to be our new normal? Let's talk about that. Who really gets to choose? Who decides that scientifically, medically, that's the only way for us to survive? I beg to differ. I have a relationship with the creator that says no. My creator says no. My divine guidance says no. So,
And
Love
I
Healing Room, let's talk about that.
and I'm in total agreement with that. I do not want this to become my normal. It's not normal. It's abnormal, to me, to have that much social distancing. And I can understand out in public because people want to feel secure to a certain extent. But when I'm around my family, no, because it's about hundreds of us when we gather with one another. And there's hugs going on and kissing and going on with one another. So I miss that. I miss being around, hugging family and friends, with that. But I will respect you. And I'm sure as I put out what I want, you're more than welcome to come to my house, with it. I had a relative that came by, and it was about 8 of us before this. The governor decided that, we could have more than 10 people. Well, I did that already, with my family, and we gave out some good hugs with one another. And I held them for more than 5 seconds too. And it felt good. I mean, when you find someone who hugs really good and you receive that energy from it, I'm going for it. And I was able to get it a couple of times that particular day, and it felt so good to be able to do that. And I miss my tribe. I miss seeing you and hugging on one another. I think we've only seen each other maybe 1 or 2 times, since this COVID-19 got started with it. But we're not going to make Terry Oma, better known as, that is not the norm for me. That will not be the norm, in my life with it. And I'm not a TV person. I don't listen to the news. So I just recently found out about the different upheaval upheaval that we were having in different, states, with everything that was going on with the injustice that's just happening against our people, and it's not right. And people are not going to go back to that. They're not going to accept it, and this is just one of the ways that they're expressing themselves because of the injustice. And we need to do something different. I'm doing something different, but I do want to do it in a place of love at all
Yeah.
times.
Yes, because doing it from a place of love is so important. And it made me think of a quote by Dr. Martin Luther King that says, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear.
Amen.
You
Say
know,
that
and
again. Ooh.
and it's like, with the injustice that has gone on, I understand, as an African American people, that can anger you. But what a lot of us are doing is they are going out and looting and burning. I heard about a retired firefighter in Minnesota, which is where they started. He had bought a restaurant, some business he had. He had worked his life and put his life into this business, and they burnt it to the ground. So we're harming ourselves, we're harming our communities, as they lash out in anger. And I only recently heard, like yesterday, I think, about the ones here in Detroit, and come to find out that a lot of the people who was getting this stuff incited and started, they not even from Detroit.
Oh,
They're
wow.
not even from this area. And some of them, they're not even Black people. So I commend our chief of police and all of them. They, I think that they've done a wonderful job. He ain't playing that. He said, if you not from Detroit, don't be coming up in here with that mess. They are not having it. So, but still there was a little level of disturbance downtown and everything, but it's like we have to love, and there's another way to handle this. Yes, it is unjust. They were murdered, and that can anger you and hurt you and sadden you. But to go out and tear up your own community where you live, making matters worse, even in the particular time that we're in with this pandemic, it's making things worse, resources worse, and just everything. And it's just not serving you or anybody else by doing that. So
I think, and I'm glad you brought that point up, Darla, because I've seen some videos just today, because I don't watch the news much. Actually, I don't think I've watched the news at all.
I haven't.
I've only watched the news the few times I was at my mom's house and it was time for her to watch it. I may have watched, and so it's been months, maybe once or twice this year that I've even seen the news. But I have seen a few videos of young protesters showing that it is not Black people looting and defaming property. And I'm not saying that that's always the instances. There are some people who are Black people who are showing their anger by looting and burning. And we just want to impress upon you that's not the way to do it. I also love the fact that when protesters come across people who are doing the defaming of property, that they're videotaping them. Please continue to do that, because we have to show our voice. We have to use the technology that we have to make sure that it is apparent that there are things going on that are outside of our control, that do not represent us. It does not represent what this body of protesters is there for.
Yes.
They're there to bring more attention to the injustice towards Black people.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it. We can no longer say, even though, like I said, I don't watch the news often, there are platforms that are being used to make others aware of injustice. And it's not just injustice against Black people, there's injustice all around the world. There are things that people have been doing for generations against a people that needs to stop. We all have to stand up in love and do our part to change. We have to create a new beginning, a new level of being human. That's how I see it. It needs to be a new level of being human. No one human is better than another. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you do for a living. None of that gives you the right to think that you're better than somebody else or that you're more important than somebody else. That has to go away. It's just outright bullying.
Yes.
I mean, there's no other way to define it. It's one person bullying another person for whatever reason. It's not justified. I don't think that we were created for one person to bully another.
No.
I just don't. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for a new beginning with our health, with wealth, the distribution of wealth. I saw a newsline heading that said, and maybe it was a post, a quote that said that the only looting is the billionaires. The billionaires are looting because their wealth has increased by 43 billion since this pandemic happened. I'm like, wow, I wonder if that's accurate. But that's a pretty interesting perspective because so many people have lost their income because of COVID-19. Places of businesses have gone under. People are unemployed. Think about it. That has created a huger gap between those who have and those who have not. So what are we going to do to make a new beginning for that? Like, that's what we need to start focusing on. What can we do to make life better for one another? Okay. Y'all know I done got started. Like,
he's on a roll, Joe.
I've gotten started. This is the beginning for me. This is really the beginning for me. This is the beginning. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And I have heard some stories too where, there were corporations and stuff who understood and empathize with those people, and they're trying to do things to kind of bridge that gap, but it's probably few and far between, that are doing that. But it always warms my heart when I do hear those stories, because out of all of the gazillion negative ones we hear, there are some good ones out there, and some good that is being done. And so, to hear that, they're putting towards money to be able to feed these families, because there's resources out here where all you got to do is pull up and open your trunk, and they will put enough meals in your trunk for all the kids in your house to have a meal every day, and for the family.
Beautiful.
So I'm glad to hear those kind of stories, because we, and I've been hearing a lot of the what's the word I want to use? Not culture, just hearing a lot of stories about about sticking together and coming together in this hard, in this time that we're having. But, we need to be able to, like you said, Joe, have a new beginning on a lot of things. So I'm looking forward to hearing about the new beginnings.
So am I.
Yes.
We have a lot of new beginnings. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Supernova is watching us live on YouTube. Hey, Supernova.
Supernova.
I know.
Yeah, she says, hi, we believe in positive energy, safe, positive energy. And she also says, why are they so afraid of the difference in each other? It should not be them or us, but we.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is reminding us. We need to tell you, you're watching this video and you have not liked our page, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the
Like
love.
us, like us, like us.
Yes. Yes. We need to spread more love and positivity. We need to continue the conversations about it's just the beginning. What do you want that to look like? Do you want a world where you are not able to hug people? Do you want a world where you're not able to shake hands or gather? I don't think that we want. I don't think we want that. So, what are we doing to make sure that that's not the case? Collectively, we have to come
Yep.
together. Collective consciousness. That's not the new normal.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No
So,
way.
wow. Okay, we could continue to talk about this more. We will continue to talk about this more. We don't have a choice because it's in our face. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for us to really create the life that we want to live. We've been hearing that from some of the leading teachers and thought provokers. We've been hearing that. Now it is a real thing. This is the time for us to create the life that we want to live.
Yes.
People, we have to use our voice. We have to use our thoughts. We have to put our actions into place. We do not want to be locked away in homes, not being able to love on each other. So think about
I
that.
ain't having it.
Yes.
What'd you
Oh
say,
my.
Oma?
I said I'm not having it.
That's right. That's right. So remember, like, share, and subscribe to the Love Healing Room. If you are on social media, find us on Facebook and on Instagram. We'd love to help spread love with you as a part of our tribe. If you need some one-on-one time in the Love Healing Room, go to our website, thelovehealingroom.com, and click on contact and send us a message. We'd love to gather with you in the Love Healing Room one-on-one. Also, make sure you go to our Etsy store, Love Healing Room, and check out our merchandise.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right. Allow that to be another way that you spread love and positivity by rocking your Love Healing Room gear. All right, so we're going to leave you for now. Remember, you can join our live show every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Facebook, as well as we are live in the Love Healing Room at 248-289-5882. Again, the number is 248-289-5882. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So for now, I'll leave you with namaste.
Namaste.
Okay.
Love you.
Love
Love you
you.
guys.